It's raining heavily now. Super nice, super beautiful. I came out tonight to have a hike. It's about 3 kilometers hike each way, so 6 kilometers in total. It's not a big hike. It's just 1 hour each direction, I guess. And I need to prepare myself for an adventure that is coming up in September. So if you are interested in what's going on in September, please, it's the best time to subscribe to this channel and you will find out. So let's crack on this road, even though this place is amazing. This place is the place I have been many times into, and I photographed this area quite a bit over the couple of years. And now I'm gonna start from this spot and hike to a place that I have never been. Another small town, I guess. So I'm gonna go and find what's there, which is nice, but it's hard to get on going without taking any pictures here. But I have to just choose if should I hike or should I stay photographing. And today, the purpose of today is to hike and practice hiking. By the way, this camera is not waterproof, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. I also want to try a new bag that I have with me and my new boots. These are Treks from Adidas hiking boots, and they are supposed to be water resistant, so they should keep my feet dry through this wet hike. Also, I have this hiking bag instead of my camera bag, because this is what I want to have with me when I go to my trip. And I'm testing to see if it can hold up and keep my gears safe and dry if the rain hits like now. While we are hiking towards our destination in this rain, I have a question to ask. What is the most exciting and inspiring weather condition for you for landscape photography? For some people, I guess it's dramatic sunrise, dramatic sunsets. For some, it's a storm and dramatic sky, rainbows, fog. I'm curious to know what is the most exciting weather condition for you. Please write it down in the comment section. I am not too far from where I started, and I composed my first composition. This place I had in mind to come into in kind of atmospheric weather to take a picture of the scene. By the way, you see that I'm using a rain cover because it's absolutely necessary in this rain. It's super wet, this weather. And here is the scene that I'm taking picture of. I have a group of trees that are separate from each other, and I think all of them are birch trees. I have this one that is leaning into the scene. This is my first tree in the left corner of the scene, and I have another one and another one in the background, and then another one here that is also leaning towards the scene a little bit, just to frame the the whole scene. I'm using my 16 to 55 millimeter lens, and right now it's about 35 millimeter ISO 400, aperture f6.4, and the shutter speed is something like, I don't know, 1/4 of the second, something like that. So the scene is simple, the weather is great, and that's the first shot in the bag. It was tricky a little bit because of the rain cover and because of the rain. I know that rain always makes things a bit difficult in photography, but it actually adds to the result. And I noticed that I forgot to put my polarizer on the lens. It would have been nice try out with the polarizer. I think it could have give more depth to the image or more vibrance. But that's okay. This trip is not about photography much, it's more about experience. So if I screw something today, that's a good thing, because I learned from it and I might not do the same mistake when I'm out in my upcoming adventure. So mistakes are not too bad. Speaking of mistakes, I just realized that I took a wrong turn. I should have go to the left instead of coming to the right. I found that very quickly, so I'm not too far. Only a few steps. Here is where I should have turned to the left. Now, to my right now. Let's go. So from this point, this is a new place for me. New path, new environment. Even though I suspect it's gonna be more or less the same. Oh, that's not the point. Now we are entering this forest. Oh my god, I did the same mistake. Exactly where I showed you the fork, and I took the wrong turn. Oh my god. I guess I'm not good at navigation. But that's okay. That's okay. I was following my the map on my watch, the GPS, and I was wondering why it doesn't show me the path. It just shows me location in nowhere. And then I checked on my phone and I realized that I'm going on the wrong direction. So another few hundred meters of hike to going back to the point and correct that mistake. So back to the point where I did this mistake. Here where we were, it's the same sign, and I suppose I had to go this direction. I thought I have to go towards Hammerskog, but now I know I have to go this direction instead. Let's have a look at the map. Here is where I am, and I'm supposed to go there. So this direction. This video wasn't about my mistakes, but it looks like it turned into mistakes you can do in landscape photography, and those kind of mistakes that you can laugh about. Talking about my mistakes today, I actually dropped this camera. My DJI was in my pocket. It fell off my pocket actually, and yeah, the gimbal is kind of damaged a little bit. Before we go too far, let's check if we are on a right path. So yes, looks like we are. That's great. This is a very easy trail. A family with the small kids and strollers that can hike this path. Super nice, and there are some benches along the road that someone can rest on. Very convenient. It's not the best practice I could have. I should go on a more demanding trail. The thing is, we don't have too many demanding trails here in this region around me, but this is definitely one of the easiest ones. I reached to another fork and I have to find out which way should I go. Exactly. And just a few meters, gain another fork, and we gonna turn right. Another map and another sign. So no one should get lost here. It's very easy to follow the signs, and it's not too much like a hike, it's more like just a walk. So here I am finally. This is the place I had marked to come, and I reached here. It's a very nice place. It's a tarn, some birds. Anyway, I guess I hiked about almost 5 kilometers instead of 3. So yeah, those mistakes I turned into, I guess, wrong directions a couple of times. So it's more than what I had in mind, but it's good actually. So I have more exercise today, which was the purpose of this week activity. So let's get into photography a little bit. I see some mist and some stuff here that might be good subject for photography. I'm not 100% sure about the photography here. I put on my zoom lens 70 to 300 millimeter because I want to zoom into details and take some pictures of details here. I don't think the wide angle will work in this environment because it's super busy. So I have to pick up smaller scenes to create nicer images. Today I'm just practicing. It's not about photography much. So if I don't come back with an amazing photo, that's fine, totally fine. I don't expect to get a very good photo today. But I had a reason to come out in the rain, and that's I guess is paying off now. The rain has picked up again. It's a little bit heavier, faster now, and I'm taking picture of those trees, layers of trees in the rain, because rain creates some atmosphere and some separated layers a little bit. Back to the question on the subject of this video, what weather excites me as a landscape photographer. I'm certainly more excited in beautiful, epic sunrise, sunset, fog, and a combination of fog and light, those beautiful conditions. But I also enjoy rain now, and I wanted to go out in the rain. I like it because it creates some sort of atmosphere that I don't get without rain. It make the foliage pop and become more vibrant. Everything becomes shiny and vibrant and beautiful. Because of that, I like to be out in the rain. Not always, but most of the time, when I remind myself that this is a good thing. So convince myself to go out in the rain might be hard for you, some of the people, but it's good to be out in the rain also. Despite I don't like to get wet, I really don't like to get wet. For landscape photography, I can sacrifice a little bit of comfort. Super exciting. Let's get into this and go around a little bit and find some cool pictures to take. Rain is a great thing. Even though it's raining and it's so atmospheric, I can create some on the spot autumn effect with breathing on the lens. Now my filter is a little bit foggy and I'm gonna take a picture. But it's too much fog and I clean it a little bit on the subject, which is this tree. So let me take another one with just little bit cleaning the fog and take another picture. That's a interesting technique you can use sometimes. Now I'm going to sit here and have a sandwich with my dinner. Enjoy the view, the weather, the rain. I'm a little bit hungry now. It's an egg sandwich my lovely wife made for me, so I'm gonna enjoy it. Very good. It's super rainy, it's late. I have 1 hour, more than an hour to hike back to the car, and it's time to go back. So see you there when I got back to the car. Okay, I'm back to the car, safe and sound and wet, and I had a good experience here. I guess I walked about 8 kilometers or something like that, and I'm happy to report that I didn't feel any weight on my shoulders by this hiking bag, so it was great. And my hiking boots also, I guess they are okay. They are not the best you can buy, but they did a good job. And even though I walked through some wet grass in the end, I don't feel that I have wet feet, which is good. So I didn't took so many pictures today, and that wasn't the point. That wasn't my objective today, to get image that I'm proud of. But I tried to be out, enjoy the nature, have a nice evening, hike quite a bit, and exercise. I hope that I can mentally and physically make myself prepare for that trip. I hope you enjoyed the video, and at least it was a little bit entertaining. Hope to see you soon again, and keep an eye on my channel because this trip is gonna be amazing. See you soon, and goodbye.